So before, nung nag-work pa ako ng 9 to 5, I was already thinking of a way out, no? I was thinking, hindi for retirement specific, no? I was just thinking of other source of income aside from the current one that I'm doing. Looking back, ang hinahanap ko pala ay time freedom. I was not looking for financial stability. I was not looking for financial freedom. I wanted time freedom. I wanted to do the things na matagal ko nang iniisip na gawin or yung mga things na gusto kong gawin for myself. But at the same time, earning money also along the way. Problema ko naman nung time na yon was wala akong kilala na tao na nag-i-invest. So, nung start ko na siyang pag-aralan, okay naman yung mga advice na nakikita ko from other people. Actually, personally, I like learning from other people. I like listening to their stories. I like listening to their journey. Kung paano nila ginawa yung mga ginagawa nila ngayon, kung paano sila napadpad dun sa point ng buhay nila ngayon na ganun. So, that's why baka ganun ka din ngayon. No? You also like to listen and to learn from other people. So, isi-share ko sa'yo ngayon, kahit hindi mo naman tinatanong. And maybe if you're someone who feels na you're stuck in your current job right now, and you're also someone who wants time freedom, then this video might be for you. Pang 10-year anniversary ko na din sa sarili ko in my investing journey. So, here's the 10 lessons I learned from my 10 years of investing. Lesson number 1, take the risk. Looking back, feeling ko naman medyo risk taker ako, no? Kasi marami na din naman akong mga ni-risk. Pero gets ko din naman yung concept na bakit ko ilalagay yung pera into something na wala namang kasiguraduhan, diba? Bakit ako mag-i-invest sa something na hindi naman sure kung tataas yung value over time? Kasi baka masayang din naman yung pera na ilalagay ko doon. Gets ko naman na sinasabi din ng iba na you invest what you can afford to lose. Pero for me, no way. Sayang pera. Bakit naman kailangan maubo? So, ganun yung iniisip ko dati. Kaso, I also learned through the years na wala ding mangyayari if hindi ko i-risk. At parte din ng buhay ang risk. Siyempre po, tatawid ka. Kahit nasa pedestrian lane ka pa tumawid, diba? May risk pa rin na wag naman sana may mangyaring hindi maganda. Or, if you're driving, diba? Kahit anong ingat mo din minsan pag drive, meron ding risk na yung mga kasabay mo sa kalsada hindi din okay. Or, pag nagmahal ka, naks naman. May risk din yun, di ba? Di mo naman sure kung siya na ba yung the one. May mga sports din, di ba, na risky. Pero, people still do it. People still enjoy doing it. So, bakit sa investment, hindi ko siya magawa or hindi ko siya kayang i-risk ng todo? So, sa investment, natutunan ko na to ask myself, is this a risk that I am willing to take? Hindi ito yung risk na, kasi sinasabi nila risk na parang sinugal mo or it's gambling, di ba? Pero meron kasing tinatawag na calculated risk, diba? Hindi naman siya ilalagay mo dun tapos bahala na, diba? There are ways that I learned that can mitigate the risk pala. At pag-aaralan mo kasi siya pala. Which leads me on to my number 2 lesson that I learned in my 10 years of investing is pag-aaralan mo talaga siya. At least in my case, kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, wala naman siya from my background, wala naman sa people around me na nag-invest or at least in this world, no? Kaya, kailangan ko talaga siyang pag-aralan noon ng sobra-sobra, ng todo-todo. Kasi una nga, hindi siya tinuro sa school, at least during my time. Pangalawa, hindi din siya tinuro sa bahay. It's mostly business side, no? Pero not in the investing side. Pangatlo, ay hindi ko kasi talaga siya maintindihan. Hindi ko talaga siya maintindihan nung una, no? At pang-apat, dahil mahilig talaga akong mag-aral. You know, if something piques my interest, talagang pag-aaralan ko talaga yan. At naiintindihan ko din na sa dami ng pag-aaralan, anong uunahin, di ba? There are so many things that I wanted to learn during that time. No? So, ang ginawa ko, nilista ko kung ano yung pagkakasunod-sunod or at least yung mga nakapending na for study later. At ang ginawa ko, hindi ako nag-move on to the next one or the next topic kapag hindi ko pa ina-apply yung natutunan ko na topic. Which leads me on the third lesson. And the third lesson that I learned is also to take action. Diba? Nonsense na pinag-aralan ko lahat tapos hindi ko naman din i-apply dahil natatakot ako dahil dun sa may risk. Gets nyo? Connected siya. So, ang hirap kasi na nasa utak ko lang siya tapos hindi ko siya gagawin. I'm the type of learner eye-opener na pag natutunan ko, kahit konti-konti pa lang na part, talagang nagigigil ako na, kasi kailangan ko siyang gawin, kailangan ko siyang i-apply. Think of it like swimming, no? Pwede ako magbasa ng maraming libro about swimming, about yung different kinds, hindi ko alam kung ano yung different iba't ibang klase nun. Pero kung hindi ako lulubog sa tubig at hindi ko i-risk na kahit malalim yung tubig at hindi ko i-apply yung natutunan ko, hindi ko malalaman kung natuto ba talaga akong lumangoy or hindi. And it's the same with, for example, you wanna learn an instrument, kunyari gitara. You could read many books, you can read musical sheets, pero kung hindi mo kakawakan yung gitara, hindi i-apply talaga siya, sayang, hindi mo din lalaman kung natuto ka ba talaga or hindi. Next lesson that I learned is that iba-iba pala siya. Kala ko dati pag investment, marami pala siyang klase. Natutunan ko, marami palang investing vehicles. Nung una, syempre gusto ko lang na the stock market. Tapos, ang dami-dami nang lumabas when I started. I think the first one na naalala ko na pinakauna kong tinry na feeling ko low risk at that time ay time deposit. So, sige, investment na to, medyo low risk, no? Pero, nirealize ko na tatagalan ako na, so okay, so ano nangyayari dun sa sa pera na naandun lang siya? Yon, doon ko nalaman na iba pala yung risk tolerance ko. So, I moved on to a different kind of investment. I tried mutual funds. Equities pa lang yun in the Philippine market. Wala pang mga global and feeder funds noon. Pero, doon ko din na-realize na, wait, kung kaya nilang pumili, like the fund managers kung anong stock yung bibilhin, pwede ko din siyang pag-aralan. So, kung san-san na siya napad. So, realize ko na, okay, iba-iba pala siya. Marami palang ways, maraming vehicles, and the vehicles would depend on my goals, my capital, kung anong gusto kong patunguhan ng pera na ini-invest ko. And then the next lesson that I learned is to have fun at wag masyadong kuripot. So, I tried to save as much as I can to invest to. Pero hindi siya masaya. Gusto ko pa rin bumili ng mga anek-anek, mga ganyan-ganyan. So, mas natutunan ko to budget. Before, diba, as I was telling you, I was still working 9 to 5. So, when I get my salary, meron ng mga allocations. I try to allocate for a travel fund, allocate for education fund dahil gusto ko nga mag-aral. I try to allocate mga fun fund. Gets nyo? Yung mga happy fund. Kasi hindi lang emergency fund, no? Meron din yung para ma-happy tayo. So, yun yung next lesson na natutunan ko na hindi ako masyadong magkuripot masyado. The next lesson that I learned is that minsan ikaw lang yung nakakakita. Ay, ako lang ako pa. Lesson ko nga, diba? The next lesson that I learned is minsan ako lang yung nakakakita. Pa-third eye na yun. May nakikita akong hindi nakikita ng iba. So, I remember when I was trying my journey sa stock market investing naman to, no? I remember one person who told me na, "Bikita ba talaga dyan? Totoo ba yan? Di ba yan scam?" Sige, balitaan mo na lang kami pag mayaman ka na. Tapos parang, mali ba tong naiisip ko? So, minsan, may mga bagay ako na feeling ko ako lang yung nakakakita. You're watching this channel now, One for the Money. I started this as a vlog, 2017. And feeling ko ako lang yung nakakakita. Nobody was watching, nobody was reading, nobody was paying attention. Pero feeling ko, gusto ko lang siyang dayak. Feeling ko ako lang nakakakita na ganito na siya ngayon. Huwag kayong So, kung nanonood ka ngayon at feeling mo ikaw lang ang nakakakita ng mga bagay na nakikita mo in the future, baka God intentionally put that desire in your heart for something. Mali natin. Okay, next lesson. Okay lang na magkamali. And guys, I'm telling you, sobrang dami ko ng pagkakamali na pinaggagawa sa buhay at sa investing na hindi ko na masyadong maalala. But I can tell you all the lessons that I learned from all those mistakes. And some of the 10 here, you're watching it right now. So this is one of the lessons that I learned in my 10 years of investing na okay lang magkamali. The next lesson that I learned is okay lang kahit feeling ko late na. Kasi at least nag-start. Hindi ko masabi na I started early kasi I wish I could have started earlier. Sana nga nag-start ako nung student pa lang ako eh. Kaya I made this video, meron dito. If you're a college student right now, this is some of the financial habits that you can start doing right now. So, hindi pa late. Kaya I make this kind of videos para it could reach some of the people who feel like feeling nila too early, diba? Pero walang too early or feeling nila too late. So, yun, hindi pa late ang lahat. And the ninth lesson that I learned in my 10 years of investing ay, you keep your eyes open for opportunities. Diba kanina, ikaw lang nakakakita ngayon, keep your eyes open. Pero kasi, pag nag-start ka into investing, lalo ngayon may AI, no? Pag nag-search ka ng isa, i-feed na sa'yo lahat, diba? Pero there would be a lot of opportunities sa paligid mo na makikita mo na, posible pala yung yung ganito. And guys, I'm telling you, sobrang ngayon, a lot of things are possible right now with, I would say, with AI and sa mga anti-AI. Pero meron ang daming opportunities to earn, other opportunities to invest. So just keep your eyes open. Kung may hindi pasok or fit sa'yo ngayon, medyo search ka pa ng konti, baka may makikita ka din. Baka ngayon parang it feels confusing to you right now, pero meron ka makikita. Just keep your eyes open for the opportunities around you. And baka may mga pinapadala din sa'yo si Lord ng mga tao. Pakinggan mo lang din sila na baka ito na yung opportunity na iniintay mo. You just have to grab that opportunity. Gusto mo yung grab that opportunity. And then the last lesson that I learned in my 10 years of investing is to stay true with my values. So when I was starting to invest in the stock market, I realized there are stocks or companies na ang business model nila ay gambling. And so I had to stay true with my values. Kahit kita kong umaakyat na yung price ng stock, hindi ko siya binibili kasi wala. Ako lang yun. Kayo kung gusto yun. Pero ako lang yun. I had to stay true with my values. There are also stocks or companies na they sell goods I don't personally believe in or I don't consume or feel ko hindi siya good for me or good for people in general. So kahit maganda yung financials ng stock or kahit maganda yung price or kahit maganda yung dividends, hindi ko siya ini-invest because I stay true with my values. Ako lang naman yun. That's how I invest and that's one of the lessons that I learned in my 10 years of investing. So, yun lang ang gusto kong i-share. Kahit di nyo naman tinatanong, share ko yung 10 lessons that I learned in my 10 years of investing. And right now, I'm still learning. I'm still studying. I am learning a lot of things right now. Medyo nag-absorb ako ngayon ng mga information. I'm enjoying learning right now. And baka i-share ko din sa inyo soon. But right now, if you could comment other lessons that you learned to help our subscribers out there or other videos that you want me to do in the future, just comment it below. Binabasa ko naman yan. Yung iba. Yung iba, natatabunan na siya yung iba. So, thank you so much for watching. And kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, subscribe if you haven't yet. And I will see you on the next video. God bless po.